Hi, Dr. Hollis.
Oh, we met in Brazil, didn't we?
Many times, 2 times in the USA and once in Brazil. And
I recall. Nice to see you. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much for sharing your luminosity and wisdom once more with us. My question is, how could we relate or make connections between the reactive patterns to overwhelmment and abandonment that you talked about it yesterday and the usual patterns of behaviors adopted to get rid of complexes such as replication, compensation, and trying to fix them through distraction or getting busy? I would like to try to make a connection between what you said yesterday and today in these wonderful exercises with us. Thank you.
Certainly. Well, as I said, there's a thread running through all of these. All 3 of these presentations are inherent fear and intimidation, our skepticism and our lethargy colludes with not doing this work, first of all. Secondly, the adaptations that we were required to make to survive and fit in and get our needs met as best we can are often conditioned by the time and place and circumstances of their origin, which bind us to that past as those systems of protection, and they are protective, keep pulling us out of this moment and my adult possibilities and put me back in that position. Or thirdly, today, the stories that we evolve at the time based on our limited knowledge that then lock us in as defining narratives and instructions for all of us. So if you can see all of those limitations and try to face them and sort through them, then these questions take on a greater degree, I think, of immediacy. And one sees, oh, in my present life, this is where I'm stuck, or I hadn't thought about how in some way I'm still running from that family, or I picked up those influences in ways I didn't understand at the time and they're playing out in my life. In other words, this is not easy work. It's kind of like looking at a tapestry and realize there's certain threads there that are truly yours. The rest have been placed there by fate and accident or the gods. And which ones of those threads are yours? And can you find those and live those out? I don't want to make this sound impossible. This is what makes your life interesting, that you are in some way on a kind of forensic examination, a detective examination to sort out, you see, what's the influence? What are the promises here? What are the blockages, the stuck places, and so forth? So quite the contrary, I think this brings back to the individual adulthood, or the invitation to adulthood, an enormous gravitas, an enormous dignity, and an enormous sense of purpose. And rather than from withdrawing me from the world, it means when I'm engaging the world, I'm less likely to be dumping my own unresolved stuff on my partner, my children, my clients, my civilization, and so forth. So as Jung pointed out so eloquently, the work you do for yourself is also helping your time and place. So, I mean, I think this is a life's work once you know it. And it's not navel gazing. It's about being accountable and being as conscious and courageous as we possibly can. So it's good to see you, sir.
Good to see you. Thank you.
Obrigado.